not as bad as it used to be. It used to be so bad, my struggling, that I was like desperate for people and communication and connection and help me. Like, I really was always in crisis mode. Me moving my stuff into gyms is extremely triggering because I know it's not something I want. I know it's not something my heart truly wants. I'm just trying to fit into his house to save money, primarily right now, because I'm not ready to move there, right? I just want to save money on the storage fees. So primarily it's to save money. And then I want to be closer to my kids. And I'm trying to put out in the universe, my higher power, please help me figure out a way to get closer to my kids. And with my husband trying so hard to change and be different and show me he's different, I feel like I'm obligated. I feel obligated to give him another chance. And in my loneliness of states and my desperateness of everything, when I'm feeling down and incapable and insecure and vulnerable, I am lonely, and his love feels pretty good. And so what do? I stay there. I stay there in that feeling because I'm getting rewarded for it. I'm getting loved for it. And then when I start getting confident, it starts to threaten him. It starts to make him feel weak because I'm getting stronger. And I might challenge him or call him out on something or hold my boundaries in some way. And he is toxic. He flips it, he gaslights it, he deflects it, he makes it all about his issues with me. He holds on to that bag, and oh my gosh, I feel like I can't be me when I'm around him. I can only be unhappy Crystal. I can only be vulnerable Crystal, the Crystal that's weak and needs his help to move and needs his help to take stuff out of storage and needs his help. And as long as I need his help, he likes me. He likes me and he's happy with me and everything. But when I'm trying to assert something, assert my truth, or assert my boundaries, or assert something that I want for myself, he's threatened by it. And what is that? That's the definition of emotional abuse. He is a narcissist. He's scared of me. He's scared of me in my value. And he doesn't even get it. So I'm sorry. I just happened to ramble on about that. I just need to, I don't know what I need to do. I feel like I should know. I feel like I should know what I need to do. But in this moment, I need to allow him to be him. Allow him to be him and keep allowing myself to be me. I do know what I need to do because I ended up watching a therapy video tonight. I record all my therapy sessions and I rewatched the one from March 3rd where I was in my storage unit, my Serenity storage unit place, and I was doing my therapy session, and my therapist called me out on it and said, Crystal, sometimes the truth is hard, but if you really want to live your truth, you're going to have to walk through it and just be honest anyway. Be unapologetically Crystal anyway. And let the chips fall where they may. And just be who you are anyway. And when you try to control the situation through passive aggressive or trying to be vulnerable or weak, needy Crystal, like if I extend that part of myself out as long as possible, I get Jim's best self. So that's kind of manipulative of me. So I need to let him be him and I need to let me be me. And that's so hard. Sorry. Because some of us just would rather live in the lie rather than face the truth. And that's been me the last month and a half since March 3rd, realizing this. I realized it, recognized it, and was really struggling with it. And I recognized that my truth is I don't want Jim. It's taken me a month and a half to really say that. In my truth, at my best self, I don't want him. There's a lot of things about him that I like and I can tolerate and I wish them in a future man someday, but we don't jive. We just don't jive. There are things about him, not just the unhealthy stuff, but even just parts of his personality that I just can't get on board with. And no matter how many times, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. Anyways, thank goodness for Marco Polo Plus, right? I just arrived to Jim's. He's gonna color my hair a little bit. I wanted to treat myself to the salon this weekend, but everything was booked. And this will be cheaper, so it's just a box dye, and he volunteered to color my grays. I need to appreciate him as a friend. I need to appreciate him for who he is and how he shows up and how we mesh. This is not a fairy tale. I don't get to wish for the life that I want. I get to either choose in or choose out, is really all my two choices. I get to choose in and accept him for what he provides and stop trying to get him to fit into this fairy tale that I like, this fantasy thing. And if I can't be myself and I can't be unapologetically Crystal when I'm around him, I need to look at that harder in that moment and say, too bad, so sad, I'm going to be Crystal anyway. And learn how to push through those codependent feelings and stop changing myself to fit the situation. I need to stop watering myself down to fit the situation. Anywho, I do. In this confident Crystal self, please remind me on Wednesday, my birthday, that I want to go out and do a pedicure, maybe meet for lunch if we have time with your kids getting out early. I'm going to tell you my personal history about my birthdays. If I'm not at work, I've taken the day off, and I'm self-sabotaging by feeling sorry for myself, and I'm not planning anything for me. I'm waiting for other people to show up. I'm waiting for other people to do for me. I'm waiting. And then when nobody does nothing, I feel sorry for myself. So I'm trying to make a plan for me with somebody other than my husband, because I don't want to spend it alone. And I wanted to do much bigger things this week. That's why I took Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, but that totally fell through. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone because I will go to Jim. In my weak self, I will go to Jim, and I will expect him to cater to me since he's working from home. And if Jim's not the person I want to hang out with, I'll expect it from my mom. And she probably will want to dote on me on my birthday, because that's one of the only things that she's really good at, is birthdays. And I'll let her. Heck, I'll let her do it that morning or whenever I see her. But I need to do for myself, and I would really like to hang out with somebody that I want to hang out with and not feel obligated to hang out with. I feel obligated to be with my mom, and I feel obligated to be with Jim, because at my vulnerable states, they are the ones that help pick me up. And in my confident self, I want to hang out with people that help me feel, not help me feel, but I want to, I feel like I can be my true self with. That's what it is. Anyways, I have that interview tomorrow for the supervisor position. Matthew's been waiting for me to come to the house to play a board game, and we're gonna dye my hair. This is a chair cover for my white chair. Amazon, 16 bucks. Talk to you later. Thanks, bye.
Good morning. I'm so glad to, as I started, thinking ahead of you as you were talking about, how Jim seems to show up best for you when you need him, when you're in your weakened state, when you're lonely, this and that. So, I was thinking ahead of you, and then you thought, and then you verbalized exactly what I was thinking, and I'm like, okay, good, she gets it. So, another win for Crystal in your growth journey. And I know you feel like you're backstepping, but staying with him, but I know that it's not for him. I mean, I feel like the Jim part of it might get a little muddy, where you feel like, when he's showing you these good parts of him. But I feel like, as a whole, like Jim living in his full truth, his full self, personality, whatever, all of it, is not who you love. And Crystal, as a whole, in her true self, is not who Jim loves. parts of each other that you love is enough to outweigh the rest of it. So yeah, good for you on that part of it. So in my part of holding you accountable and holding you, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I will make, now that I know you want to go to lunch and pedicure, I will then make a plan. Either later today or tomorrow, I'll find, figure out a nail place, and I will figure out where to go for lunch, and then I will let you know, hey, Crystal, be ready at this time. This is where we're going. I'll either meet you there or meet you at my house, or, I'll figure it all out, and I'll just tell you what the plan is. And then I'll expect you to show up. So hopefully that's agreeable. There it is. I heard sirens. So, okay, and I was actually surprised. You said that you were, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but you were Marco Poloing me at 9 o'clock. And you were saying Jim was going to color your hair and you were supposed to watch a board game or not watch a board game, play some kind of a game with Matthew, like at 9 o'clock on a school night. I mean, I realize you have teenagers, but geez, I did not expect that. Anyways, I've probably been rambling long enough, and I just got here to Walmart to pick up my groceries. Anyways, I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.
Hello, I got makeup on. I had my interview this morning. That went okay. It could have been better, but whatever. I just owned who I was, told them how it was, and I know they're not going to pick me anyway, but I got to get them to notice me and spend time with me for 45 minutes, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'm going to work backwards because that's how my brain works. Good for you for getting coffee for yourself, treating yourself once in a while, doing you. I know that would have been hard for you before because you used to restrict yourself. One coffee every birthday or something ridiculous like that. It just seems like you're getting coffee more often, and I know you're still doing it within your budget, and I know you're still doing it when you've got the deals and all that stuff, but I still think it's great that you are thinking things through, I'm gonna go pick up groceries, so I'm gonna get a coffee. Dang it, I deserve it. I'm gonna go run this errand, and that's just what I do when I'm out running errands, is I get my coffee. I just think it's great because that's not something you've always done for yourself, is treat yourself. Love yourself. Me, on the other hand, I love myself with drive-thru. Way too much, as you already know. And we don't need to get into it because I already feel shameful about it, but that's just where I'm at right now. At least I'm not doing drugs or drinking, right? Yeah. That's how I'm going to justify that one. Working backwards. Oh, I got a text message this morning from my dentist, and they are reminding me that I have my cleaning on my birthday at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. I don't think I want to cancel it. I think the reason why I put it for my birthday on the appointment is because I knew I would be taking my birthday off, and it was April sometime. So I'm like, let's just make it easy and make it on my birthday. Nobody wants to get their teeth cleaned on their birthday, but apparently I'm doing it. So if you're needing a time frame, yes, I love that idea. Tell me the plan, hold me accountable. I will show up, and I appreciate you doing that too, because I really do need. I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry, but I can't cry with mascara and eyeliner on. Jim is pulling me in, like this dark black hole. He pulls me into my doubts. He pulls me into my fears. He pulls me into this PTSD. He pulls me into this reminder of why I left. And I feel like I'm losing myself. I feel like I'm losing myself. And that in itself should be red flag enough for me not to move back in. And here I go anyway. So it's going to be up to me and up to everybody that I rely upon outside of myself, people that are on the opposite side of this pole, to help keep me balanced, like a wire. That song I absolutely love. It's by Vera Blue. It's called Settle. It's the one where I'm dancing and singing and being a goofball, but with my headphones on. It's basically, I get to keep the parts of me, and I'm not going to settle. So even though I'm moving back in with him, I'm going to keep the parts of me that belong to me, and I'm not going to settle. I need to keep remembering my truth. I love that you recognize the growth in myself, where I am like, yes, he loves me only when I need him. He loves me only when I'm vulnerable. He loves me only when I act a certain way. These are things I've known, but I hadn't been able to put it in those words exactly. And so when I bring it to his attention, which I did yesterday, he had a hard time with the information, didn't quite embrace it and understand it or validate it, which is fine. But I told him, then prove it to me. If you can love me when I'm strong, prove to me that you do. Don't yell, don't deflect, don't gaslight, don't be toxic, don't. Prove to me that you can be healthy when I'm being healthy. Because you're so right, the way you said it. You're so right. If Jim is living all of his truth, I don't love him. And if I'm living all of my truth, I can't love all of him. We can only be, I think I just said the same thing. You understand what you said. And so I really love what you said. As for last night at 9 p.m., I was really late at getting to Jim's house. I didn't realize how late I was. I thought it was 8 o'clock-ish. But no, it was more like 9 o'clock-ish as I walked in there, and I had Matthew mad at me and Jim mad at me. And Matthew still wanted to play the board game. He didn't get to finish his board game. We got in a fight, Matthew did, because he snapped at me, and I wasn't going to let him snap at me the way Jim snaps at me. So I stood my ground, and I had Jim against me as well, but Brooklyn was on my side. And it was 10:06 when all this went down, and their bedtime's at 10. So it was a good opportunity for us to just go to bed. And I was so tired, so flippin' tired. I almost didn't do my hair dye. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of a purpley color. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'm probably done with my lunch. So I'll talk to you later.